Wednesday, day 29 of April. One more month on this infamy without treading water in harm on this hell provoked by the vandalist persecutory Nazi state of Portugal. I insist to TPE and to Curia and to all the courts that I'm addressing, if I'm addressing to someone. The immediately prison of the Prime Minister, the President, and the President of the Parliament for Nazi crimes. Yesterday again, during the night, as I discovered this morning when I wake up and I take my wallet, my pocket wallet, was again the same signature they do, as always, as sadists. They have entered during the night. I have again, before listening this injection sound, which I suppose is a system for doping, sophisticated that I have, just square again in recent videos, that is an impossible out of the hands of these terrorists of states, because they know exactly all the measures inside the house, furniture, halls and things like that, and we find the crack, which is a very already large historic line all wrong. We close this crack and the fucker goes and put a precisely drill and open a new hole to continuous doping, which is a treasure act, and to steal. The signature is always the same on the pocket or money. It folds the part where are the coins, but I suppose they do not store coins. Sometimes they so, as they have done again this last month, money. But is a message, a twisted message of prepotence, arrogance, and persecutory Nazism behaviors, saying we have the power to do this, first of all, of this constant abuse of power against all the laws, and is a metaphor and proof of another kind of coins, which are information, the most valuable coins on the world, perhaps today, and music. I was on the show just now. I was a boy from Georgia. I said, Georgia in Russia? Oh, we don't like Russia. I suppose so. There's also a Georgia or an American. And there's a song. I said to him, what are you doing here? Oh, we are working on brands. Was the message. Slice songs. And there's a reference to a name that perhaps I know. Raquel was slicing songs. I don't know. In what time, in what accusation, whatever fantasy or not reality is this true and correspond to a facet of the constant multiple crimes of expoliation, robbery, adulteration, and torture, and a continuous attempt of murder. I want justice that I'll do to me and to my son-by-law. Yesterday, during the upload of one of the Blades on the Oya tricks to disguise a lot of crimes, including genocide, in my point of view, appears this pimp terrorist Nazi actual Prime Minister, Luís Montenegro, speaking with a background with some letters on earthquakes, like Japan, and saying, oh, the state will not cover all the payment of the insurance against earthquakes. It's a contextual reference to what fucker who arrest him immediately. Indication, because I have this furniture that they have done cracks. Again, there, and perhaps he was advising, I suppose he lives nearby. I've put these questions from when? Already in the time of the first tsunami. This is my doubt. He's already the gangster head at that time. Now he's promoted to Prime Minister. Nothing surprised me on this Nazi country. And I had it here there. And it's visible outside by all the watches that they have in other buildings. And perhaps he was saying to them, do not enter by the windows because this can fall and make an earthquake. Your hypocrisy, Nazi, of thieves and child molesters and murderers of child goes until this point. Who wants to be my law? And concerning what? The fantasy of justice and the tertiary conditions. More 18 liters of water transport to home. I was on the bank. One of the stone stills do this on the dependency. And I had money transfer again for my dead father. Then yesterday, I take the money and I went do shopping. I've been robber this month here at home sleeping. I'm every day's robber and everything, texts, paragraphs, commas, music slides, whatever is the value that these terrorists of state aim. How this is possible? A dead man, anterior months, the transfer was 18. All around, I do just show these evidences. And still going transfer money to my account, huh? Criminal Nazi lady of justice as the other, Paulo Teixeira. Do you remark the title on my draw about this installation with the 5 figures of justice in Portugal that I have included on the lot of blades that I published yesterday? And I write it after I say, I have draw Noronha Nascimento, President of the Supreme Court, with a plume on the hand, which is not by my draw, repressed draw, is more a kind of stick. But in the photo that I have published on media was him with an invisible plume over a book of acts, like taking an invisible note. But the resultant on my draw is a stick that points the place that I do not even know by memory. At this distance, if she was there in this position, the figures, the others of justice present on this strange statement of the President's Judge of the Supreme Court and the Council of Magistracy of the opening of the box of Pandora. And he's pointing her by my draw. Paulo Teixeira da Silva was already on the table by these lines, Bilderraum, BCP, Millennium, and Japan, Caixa Geral de Depósitos. Who answers this? I suppose you all know. And you are covering each other's, as always. Socialists and Social Democrats all act together in criminal ways to protect their crimes. It's what arises at the same time that they have raised Antonio Costa as president of the Council of Lisbon, based on still of some political ideas functional with profound ironies concerning the robber of my son and the smash of my car in front of the public attorney. They also rise Paulo Teixeira da Silva in the Mairie before she becomes member of a cabinet after. Also with stolen ideas. The parliaments on the Mairie done by child. It was a surprise for me. I read the newspaper once. Oh, she's promoting meetings where child, youngsters, girls, and make a kind of parliament concerning their view, their worries, their projects, whatever, concerning the city where they live. Active participation in political common society is a desire of developed and respectable by law societies and democracies and sex of fuckers. You are hypocrites, murderers of childs. On the balcony, or better say on the Cassiano Chant this afternoon. But why are you here? I asked him. Oh, because the company offers good conditions of life and work on branding the area in the field of Teresa Carvalho. The thief of my child, if my child with her. I do not even know this after all these years, fuckers. less than dogs. After I suppose he make a small contradiction narrative term because I found a company and so question apparently contradictory of terms or perhaps not, it's a complementary. Whatever square of thought, I was just speak about Gabi because someone has checked their name. Yesterday now appears Raquel that works with me. Also, I don't know what you pretend, perhaps fictions and exchange of criminal responsibilities under the table because there's no answers by law. And he says to me, oh, we do music by measure. For instance, you can contact us and we made the music for your spouse. With I say, you work, what applications can you work? Yes, we are also musicians. Can you write then a score? He says to me, yes. I suppose this is a love message, independent of the detailed contours. How can I know? Have something to do with 93, what I just recalled yesterday. Well, there are two Raquels indeed, I suppose. One is Prats, the other one is Raquel, I don't remember her family name. Both Prats do not work with me. Who start work with me when he comes from London was Ricardo, the brother. Just for one. I suppose give detailed accounts in the first years of this crime just to entertain myself and my memory. I've paid him to make a lighting on chroma key, but at the end I have done it by myself because I did not know. But I paid. I was just a young boy, portrait that was on the School of London cinema, whatever. There was a fire even. And this have something to do. The house with the trousers. Never answers on these European, more foreigner countries. Kill you all, fuckers. Do it well, arrange it well, kill you all at the same time. That people want to live in law, respect, and peace can do it. As usual, the Malatov captured the mission immediately of the government. These are crimes entering house of people during the night by doping, by the building office, or whatever, holes that they open, and to see all the things that people have on their wallets, including pockets, and robber some, change others, forgery others, and so on. These are crimes by law. Why I do not have answers on this country? By law. Are you all gangsters? I suppose so. In fact, for 20 years, any right fundamental of the Constitutional Party's chart, namely complaint, defense, and accusation. I suppose you have an agreement that you never say to me, as you have done to Robert, my son, in the Conference of Reconciliation, as the law defined it, in the Minor Court of Family in Lisbon, that was already all arranged and give to the mum, what can't be done by law on the conciliatory session, but by judgment. This was all pre-arranged. This is proof. And your methods are always against law and the fundamental human rights, including. I suppose you have a political or whatever, even perhaps legal criminal agreement to retire me all my rights to maintain all this slavery and gain and torture and murder. What's it mean, my law fucker?